We are back with more Real Estate Update and James Wedgeworth. James, we were looking at really the sparse amount of listings for homes in certain price ranges. We went up to like 1 to 1.5 million. When you look at the homes over $2 million on Hilton Head Island, do you see that they're more in that range and above?
Yeah. Okay, here's what I'm telling people now. People call me and they say, here's what we want. Say, if you want a newer, nice house, let's say newer, built in 2005 or something, and you want a 3-car garage, you want newer, you want a great kitchen, it's pretty much going to be $2 million or above. And a lot of people say, well, call me when you get something less. I said, well, I don't think I'm going to get less.
Yeah,
you know?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, and I still hearken back to when the market just totally tanked. We had foreclosures and everything else. Glad those days are gone. Now, when you look at days on the market, I know that's an indicator as far as how healthy the market is it? And where are we at now compared to last year or whenever?
That's something that realtors, we internally track that because it kind of gives us an idea. Last year, the median, we don't do average, we do median, half above, half below. Last year, 24 was 32 days. This is a month, okay?
Yeah.
So far this year, it's 31. In 23, it was 11. In 22, it was 6 days. Now, 22 was what we call the crazy market.
Yeah, I mean, that was still, COVID was still impacting the market.
And the prices were just going up daily, you know. But that's still a very healthy market. 10 years ago, we were running, I think, 182 days on the market. So there's a big difference between 31 days.
No kidding.
And 180
You know, and
days.
if you're the person listing your house and it's 180 days that you may have showings and have to make sure you vacuum before someone comes keep it clean. 180 days is a lot longer to do it than a month.
Well, that's because we had so much inventory, see.
Yeah.
And then that inventory fight where you were, like the inventory was increasing. It's like, here's what I tell people. I said, it's like so many people walk in the front door, and usually about that many walk out the back door.
Right.
So the size of the house, people in the house is the same.
Right.
But if you got people listed coming in the back door, they're not selling, then
something's going on.
Something's going on. The house explodes, so to speak. So that's the big difference, is the lower days on the market are a sign that our market is very healthy.
So, and I'm sure you've told me this, you have people that think their home is worth a lot more than it is. Do you use those figures sometimes to say, hey, you know, like, hey, Allie, the average day on market is going to be 32. You've been on that for more than that time to drop the price? Listen to me.
Well, it's up to the seller, but normally the National Association of Realtors did a study. And they say if your house has been shown 13 times and you don't have an offer, you have 1 to 3 problems. You can usually figure out which one you don't have.
Right.
Which one you have by figuring out which one you don't have.
Right.
It's location, condition, and price.
Sure.
You know, most houses on Hilton had a great locations, so it's usually not a problem. Most of them are in good condition. But there's some people, it's just human nature, you know.
Everybody wants to get the most they can get.
Here's what I tell people. I say, after we've had the house on the market 30 days, I can tell you what, really after it's been on the market 2 weeks, I can tell you what it's going to sell for and when it's going to sell.
Are you usually right? Are you usually right?
I hate this. This sounds terrible. Yeah, I'm usually right because I'm doing a statistical analysis.
I know.
It's not that I'm smarter than the next guy.
See, you can say you're smarter. I'll believe you.
The next guy, if he ran the numbers, he'd come up with those same conclusions.
Right.
You know.
And do you find in the current market, people are more realistic as far as what to list for? Or do you still encounter those battles where people don't want to listen and just want to start high?
Well, a lot of people do that. That's all right. And here's what I tell people. I said, you need to be a buyer for today. You need to look at what's on the market, and you can say, based on what's on the market, my house is better than that house, but this house is better than mine. So you can kind of bracket where you be if you study the market. Now, most people don't do that. We do it, and that's the reason they call us.
But you know, that would be a wake-up call for someone, right? If they're way above what you think or what the market, you know, will.
Really doesn't matter what I think. I tell people there are 2 people that don't determine the price of your house, me and you.
Yeah.
The market determines the price.
Yeah.
I can do an analysis. I can do research. Most of that research in my head. I do it all day, every day. I can walk in the house and I say, this house is worth about X.
Yep.
Based on the fact I've been in a bunch of other similar houses.
we're going to talk more. This is going to be interesting. I was asking you about HOAs and how they impact maybe selling a home, buying a home, and you had some good information. So can we do that next?
We'll do that next.
Okay, we will be right back.